going. Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Today is January 28th, 2014. I can't believe we're already a month into 2014. It's gone by fast. Thanks for everyone's great work so far this year, and I really appreciate it. I wanted to do a quick company update with a few agenda items. The first one, that we have some exciting news we're going to be rolling out in our staff meetings. We're going to be sending out an email later this week announcing dates and times of where the staff meetings will be. Tentatively, Pocatello's will be on Thursday, February 6th, most likely in the morning sometime. Logan's will be on February 6th, Thursday in February, probably in the afternoon. And then Salt Lake and Utah County will be combined for Friday, February 7th. Probably a midday staff meeting. You are paid for the time you come to staff meeting. It's very valuable information. It helps us keep us all on the same page, and we're rolling out some exciting new things that I think everybody that can attend should be there. So please, when you do get that email later this week, please RSVP and try to make it, if at all possible, to those staff meetings. It really helps. Second item of business is the care binders in the home. Everyone has seen them. They're the blue care binders that should be in every client's home. If you ever come into a client's home where there's not a blue care binder, you need to call us immediately and let us know. Be looking for that binder after every shift or during every shift. That's got to be there. Don't take the binders out of the home. Don't allow other people to take the binders out of the home. They're going out with big bold letters now saying this must remain in the home. The state auditors, when they come in, have to be able to find the binder, look at the progress notes, look at the service plan, things like that. So as a reminder, please leave that blue care binder in the home at all times in a place that can be found when a supervisor or a state auditor comes in to meet with the client. Okay, for those, next item of business, for those of you that have been with Senior Care for a few years now, you know that every January we do annual trainings. They are mandatory. The state makes sure that we have to have so many trainings on certain topics every year, and so the training information, it's all online. You basically have to go on and take a test on the different training topics that will be sent to you and score 70% or higher on each topic. Once that's done, the office can log in and print off your certificate, put that in your file so that you're compliant, and it also goes towards any CNA certification points, anything that you ever need in the future as well. So it's a good thing, good refresher on the basics, as well as it maintains compliance with the state, and they are mandatory trainings. Everybody has to be taking those. So look for that email. That'll be coming out here shortly as well. It'll detail information on where to log in, how to take the trainings, and then if you do have questions, please call the office. So those will be coming shortly. Okay, the next item is, as everybody knows and should know, reporting client condition changes needs to be immediately following something happen. If a client goes to the hospital, if a client has a fall, if a client's acting abnormal, they're having mood swings that's not normal, things like that, anything like that, you need to call the office immediately and notify them. I don't care if it's after hours, if it's the weekend, we need to be in the loop. You can call the main number, the 801-642-2665, 24/7, and get a live person and leave a message or tell them it's emergency and they can patch you through to the on-call person. But client condition changes must be reported to us, and if it's a severe thing like clients going to the hospital, call 911, call the family, and call us. All those three people need to be notified if it's an emergency. If it's something such as the client's, something less severe that's non-life threatening, you can call the office, notify us, and then we can consult you on the best course of action, or we can take it from there. But please remember that reporting client condition changes is important and mandatory to be able to document that. And please do document that in the care binder on the progress notes if something does happen. Okay, Next agenda item. This one I'm really excited about, and this speaks volumes to the caregivers that we hire and are out there really trying their best and serving the clients and are after the well-being and really care about their clients. We've partnered with a company, Home Care Pulse. Some of you have received phone calls on survey information. I really like the fact that everybody's ranking us a 10. Even a 9 or an 8 can look bad sometimes on these reports. So please, if you're getting those phone calls, rank us a 10 if you feel that way, and hopefully you do, so that we can continue to improve our satisfaction with employees. But on a client satisfaction standard, the report that was ran last month, I thought I'd share that with you. All of the following areas we ranked 90% or better satisfaction with all of our clients when it came to caregivers and client satisfaction. So the first part was overall quality of service, and then services as promised, appropriate appearance of caregivers. Thank you for following the dress code. Compassionate of caregivers. That was actually the one we ranked highest for. Thank you for everybody that's showing your compassion and love and caringness towards clients. The next was knowledge of caregivers. You by far are superior in comparison to other agencies that are out there, according to these survey results. Your knowledge on what needs to happen, proper procedures, contacting the office, documentation, that has to be top notch, and it shows here in these client satisfaction reports. The next is timeliness of caregivers. That's so important. If your shift starts at 9, you guys are showing up at 9. Thank you so much for doing that. That is so important to clients and their satisfaction. And then the last part is worth ethic. That means following the procedures that are supposed to be followed, the rules that are supposed to be followed, not going outside the bounds of what is medical versus non-medical. Being able to transport a client when it says not to transport a client. All those things are important when it comes to worth ethic and what you're supposed to be doing. Clients respect that in the end. They think, this is something that definitely this company knows what they are doing. They're honest in their dealings. So please continue that. You guys are doing great in all of those areas. So thank you. Okay, the last thing I wanted to talk about was just a few tips for some caregivers. These are for professional caregivers. Now I know, sometimes you've helped people in your family and that can be a different situation. But as professional caregivers are going into homes and serving non-family members or clients of senior care, you need to be professional. And some of the tips that I'd like to share today are, the first off, are allow the client to direct his or own care if he or she is able. We're a big advocate of independence. Try to make the client as independent and feeling like they have a choice in the matter in every decision. Obviously, if the client is unable to direct their own care, the next thing would be, to ask a family member or ask the office. Be aware that differences of opinion between caregivers are inevitable. When you have one client taking care of, or you have 5 or 6 caregivers or 2 or 3 caregivers taking care of one client, there's going to be differences of opinion. And so to avoid any potential conflict, ask a third party such as the office or the client themselves, or a nurse or social worker, a neutral person in the matter. They can clarify needs and priorities and really help make sure that we're doing what's in the best interest of the client. Remember to keep boundaries of helping relationship clear. So it's very easy to become attached to clients, and I'm not talking about that, but make sure when you feel yourself becoming too involved or taking on too much responsibility for a patient, client, or family, ask yourself whose need is being met. Be careful not to confuse the need for help with your need to be needed. In other words, just make sure you're keeping those professional boundaries. You can still love the client, develop those caring relationships, but there definitely is a line there that you don't want to cross because it muddies the water. So if you want more specifics or want to call us, we can give you some examples on that. So the next item is teach, especially by example. That's the best way anybody can teach. Aspects of caregiving, so people can learn to help themselves. Teach clients how they can do little things on their own. Obviously instruct patients and families who are able to eager to take on caregiving responsibilities. Pass along some of your knowledge to them. Say, this is something that I found that makes it easier to roll up the socks, or to do, to help them get in and out of the shower, or whatever. Enable people to be able to assist the client as well. And then use your humanness to identify the client and the family's needs. Basically use your gut. Model compassionate and responsible caregiving at all times. I think we've all heard the motto here at the office: compassionate, reliable, and excellent. So please continue to follow those things, and we're going to move upward and onward. And I really appreciate the wonderful people that you all are. If you do have any questions about anything I've talked about today, call us here at the office. Otherwise, look for some emails from us this week with the trainings and upcoming staff meeting information. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Thanks. We'll talk to you later. Bye.